How's it go, guys? My name is Joe Vieira, the Musicians Lounge. Welcome to Home Studio Recording for Beginners. Today's video is all about recording your very first guitar track inside your recording software. It doesn't matter what recording software you're using, it applies to all of them. It's the same process. I know some software is a little bit different as far as navigating and being able to set up a simple track. So today's video, I'm just going to show you a simple process. It's basically how to record your very first guitar track using the click track in the background to keep your recording in time. So I'm going to bring you over to Studio One Professional. That's the software I'm using, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you step by step on how to do that for you beginners out there, because that's what this channel is all about. And it took me a while to come back to home studio recording for beginners because I've been producing some gear videos, and now I'm coming back to home studio recording for beginners with this video. So hope you guys like this video. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss the next video. So let's get started. We're going to bounce over to Studio One. Here we go. Okay, how's it going, guys? So here I am in my project window in Studio One 6 Professional, and let's see here. I got everything going here. I got drums and stuff like that. So what I usually do to make guitar riffs in order to show you how to record your very first guitar track, we're going to go ahead and do this. I already have, in my case, I already have my track available. It's right here. But what you do is you go to, now this applies to any DAW. I'm sure you can find it. But in Studio One, you just go to track, add mono track, and it brings these up. Like, I'll show you what it does. See, it brings that up. And let me change this color so that way I know what's going on. All right, so it brought up the track right here, and then what you do is you make sure that, since my guitar is plugged in channel 1, I want to make sure that this right here, when I click on this, is on input, left input, mic instrument 1, channel 1. That's what I'm on right now. So let me delete this so that we get rid of that. We don't need that. All right, so here is my microphone. As you can see there, it's listed. Here's my guitar track right here, and here's my drums. Now my drums are a drum software by TuneTrack, and this is EZ-Drummer 3. I really love this software. It's really good, and you can hear the drums right here. And there's the kit. There's the groove. It's a simple groove. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and bring it over here. Okay. And then shrink this down a little bit. And I'm just going to copy this and do it a couple times because I'm going to record over this. That's probably good enough. Okay. All right, so we got that. All right, the first thing you want to do is make sure your monitor is on. You know, in my case, it's a little speaker icon right here. That means I'm monitoring my guitar, and you can hear it right here. So listen to this. Let me mute my microphone. Okay, so you heard it. It's working. So my microphone's picking up the strings, actually. You can hear it. That's one thing you want to do. Is make sure that you don't have your microphone on while you're playing the guitar if you're, doing a speech or something like that, which I doubt you're going to. But anyways, or if you have a vocal mic standing around and it's plugged in, you don't want that on while you're playing your guitar, unless you're recording a vocal and acoustic guitar. That's different. But in this situation I'm in right now, I'm just going to show you how to record a single guitar track. Now you can have the click on or off. In my case, I have it on, and I got the drums ready to go. And what I like to do is I like to make sure that I have either click on or the drums. I like to use the drums. That's how I create guitar riffs, and that's what we're going to do right now. So let's get these drums going, and I'm going to record my first track, and I'm going to arm it. So it's armed right now. It's ready to go. I'm at the beginning of the song, which is right here. And I'm going to turn my microphone on, or turn it off. Okay, so I'm going to click record. Okay, so there's the guitar track, and I gave myself some space. That's what I like to do normally, to give myself some room to jump into it, like maybe the second part of it. So I'm going to cut this back, or you can just get your scissor tool, cut it, and there we go. So it's in place, and then I'm going to cut this too. Delete it, cut that. Okay, go back to that. And then I can take this, cut it, and take this and cut the drum, that section, and move this completely over like so. And there we go. Now listen to what we have. Check this out. Okay, so I did hear something that was off right around here. The guitar was off a little bit. So what I can do is take the good part, and I'll just cut it right there, get rid of this, and it should be right on the good part. Let's see. Oh, it's right here. Back it up. Let's try this one. Move it over, and let's move this. Okay, so let's move this back right here. All right. Okay, so there's the part right there. That's the full structure of it right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get rid of this crap right here. Get rid of this. Just cut it out, and then bring this back over, and there's my whole piece right there. And then when we bring this over and then play it. So it's in time. And you can also turn on your, you can render your clicker to make sure it's in time. Just render it like that if you want. And there's my clicker right there. So let's check it out. Let's hear how this click sounds with it. So, yep, it's in time. And that's one way of keeping everything in time is put a clicker, get a click track on there. I don't know how it works on in your software, but my software, I can just render it and bring it up. And it can be playing in the background consistent, just constantly in the background. So, all right, so what we're going to do now, since you know how to record your first track, here's a little trick. What I'm going to do, I'm going to mute this guy. I'm going to duplicate this one twice. Okay, and I'll show you why in a second. I'm going to duplicate this one again. All right, so we're going to go here now. And we're going to take this guy, click on this, And right now it's in mono. Okay, so that's good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this to mono instead of stereo, because right now it's a stereo track. So what I'm going to do is keep it mono, and let's listen to it real quick. You can hear a difference right there. And when I hit open again, hear the difference. The reason why I'm going to do this, I'll show you why in a second. So we're going to mute this, and we're just going to play this right now. And I'm going to record another track. Same thing right here below this one. I muted this track, and I'm going to record another track in mono. You'll get the picture in a second. So let me do this real quick. Let's change the amp real quick. I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to change this to without that delay in there. So let's try this one. There we go. That's pretty good. All right. Let's try that one. All right. So sometimes you can use two different amps on two different tracks and spread this, the stereo with like one pan left and pan right. And this is what I'm going to show you right now. So bear with me here. Okay. So here we go. We got it set up. Everything's good. And let's try this again. Make sure your record is engaged. That's what I forgot to do. All right, so there's that one. Let's bring this back, cut it off. Okay. Now we're going to do another one. All right, let's do this one right here. We're going to mute the other one so it doesn't confuse us. I'm going to arm that one, and we're going to do the same thing again. And here we go. All right, now we're going to play them back, and we're going to go to the mixer, and we're going to take this one right here. Oh, wait a minute, not that one. This one right here, and pan that one left and pan this one right, and this is what we get. So that gives you a wider guitar sound doing it this way, just by doing two different tracks, panning one left and panning one right, which you see here. Let's change the color so you can see it. Okay, there it is. So there is guitar 1 and guitar 2. And what I normally do is when I do something like this, I do this. I go left, GTR, which stands for guitar, and then I go to this one. Change this one to right GTR, which means right guitar, right side. So you can do it that way, and let me show you the difference. Okay, here's one straight up the middle, a regular stereo track. Now listen. Okay, now we're going to play the other one, the other two. Mute this one. Now listen. Whoops. Right here. Bring these down. Okay, so there you have it. I mean, that's basically how you record guitars. I mean, you can do a single guitar and play the same part twice, and then pan one left and pan one right, which I showed you right here, these two yellow channels, left and right. Or you can go straight stereo track and have the panning up in the middle, and you can do it that way too. But I like to record multiple guitars. That's how I am. I do a lot of guitar layers, so that's how I do things. And when I come up with a riff, it's in my head or something, I'll come on here and do a quick recording of it, so that way I have it, and I just basically set up some drums, a simple beat with it, and that's about it. I don't like using just the click and guitar only. I like to put a beat in there or something, so it gives me an idea of what I'm dealing with. And also make sure, see right here, I was peaking a little bit. Make sure your master is down enough to where it's not peaking when you're recording. Make sure that's, at a good spot, which I think it is now. Listen to it with all three guitars, all three of them. Now you can see right there, I have the stereo guitar right here, this red one right here. That's why I changed the color so you can see it. The two yellow ones over here are left and right, and I got them all going at the same time. So it's amazing what you can do with guitars. You can also change the amp on one, like this one right here. If I want to solo this, I can change, let's see here. Let me solo my speech and do this. All right, I can change the amp on this side. Let's change this to like, let me see here. Let me get a crunch. Go to my user section. Let's get Joe's crunch. And let's play this real quick. Okay, it's on the right side. All right, let's hear that. And I might have to turn it up. All right, let's hear what that sounds on. This is a different amp. So you get the idea of what you can do when recording guitar. But if you're starting off and you're a beginner, and that's what this channel is about, just always start off with just a single track like this guy right here, and just bypass. Don't even worry about putting two tracks left and right, one left and one right. You don't need to do that. Just to get started, just to get familiar with your software, just do this, and just have a simple, straight up the middle stereo track. And that's what you come up with right here. And it doesn't sound bad at all. It sounds pretty good. But you're going to adapt, and you're going to do a lot more things with guitars. You're going to do your own thing. You're going to learn certain things and pick up on a lot of stuff. So anyways, I hope this video helps you out. And if you're wondering what guitar sound I'm using, what plugin, this is a plugin by this is developed by Neural DSP, and this is the Archetype Petrucci. He's one of my favorite guitar players. He kicks ass, and I love his band, Dream Theater. The band is awesome. Those guys are music wizards. But anyways, this is the plugin. So if you're interested in checking this out, I think they do have a free version of this. I paid for this, so I started off with a free version, and I loved it so much I bought it. So I'm hoping that this video helps you, the beginner, out when recording guitars or recording your guitar. Recording a guitar is good because you can record your riffs. You can basically record any idea, and that's what I love about this process. And you can either use a click or just a drum track, like off of a cheap drum software or something like that. But anyways, that's the way I do things, and I'm sure it'll help you out too. So that concludes this video. I hope you guys like the video. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss the next video. Peace and love to you, and stay on that musical journey. And I'll see you on the next one. See ya.